love is just this beautifully expansive, like vast, infinite thing that touches everything. And um, in childhood, it was so confused, like it was a confusing concept.
Gosh, I'm so glad we're having this conversation. This is actually very, like, no, I feel like it just, we're talking about things that I reflect a lot about, even just with myself and having this chat. And I feel like it's adding kind of depth and new direction. Just like what you're saying about connection and love, and also, yeah, maybe that drive for connection really being about experiencing love in its fullness, right? Because what I hear you describing is this relationship to love growing up that was fraught in some way, right? Like it was limited in some ways and maybe confused with pain in others.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely relate to that.
Mm.
And so maybe then the resulting drive is, right, that seek for, or that search for a love that feels, right, more whole.
I love when these thoughts, these things that are so like, oh, they're just like they're in there. They're so like deeply part of my soul. I like to hear that that's it's something that's like you think about a lot. I imagine we're not the only ones out there that do it. And
I don't think
yeah,
so.
yeah, and I think they're. I mean, well, hey, I'm just so glad that like they're to have someone to talk to about this. I mean, and that's what a lot of this is about. Like, is that like I want to hear about other people's experiences so that like, because yeah, we have our own subjective experience. Shit, we like we're born on the halfway across the world from each other, right? Like, and somehow here we are sitting in the same place, like having conversations about things that we were both missing
Exactly.
in a way.
Exactly. Like we're both, and also like having conversations about questions that we both have, and not just like trivial questions like what am I going to eat for breakfast this week, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like these are big questions. And right, because in some way they'll have consequences on how we live our lives, right?